Hi everyone, hope you're there. My intro doesn't want to roll this evening, but that's okay. We might get straight into it. Hope you're all well. If you can see me and listen and hear me, give us a wave, give us a shout out. Hope you're all well this evening on a Monday afternoon, and hope the audio is going through well as well. Apologies again for the introduction. Just a few connection issues. I think it's a bit windy in my place, so just blame the wind, hey? That's okay, I might have to sort that out later in the week. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to tonight's live stream of the Tesla Model Y in Australia, and some good news today, which we'll get to in 1 second. But those of you who are joining us for the first time today, then hello, and leave a comment below in the live chat box. Tell me where you're watching from, and also whether you own a Tesla or whether you're waiting for a Model Y, actually. That's really exciting. If you've got a Tesla already, are you going to trade in for a Model Y? Or you're waiting for another EV, maybe the Hyundai Ioniq 5 that's been announced as well this week. Do you own any other renewable products? And do you also own maybe a battery as well? Leave a comment in the chat box. And if you're watching on replay, hello there, and leave the same responses to those questions as well in the comment section. I'll get back to you after the show. We've also got a super chat running today as well. Super chat and comments is basically just something I put up there to help. If you want to support the channel, then you can certainly do that. It also puts a comment quite high up as well in the chat. That way I get to you a bit easier because as you might know, if those of you watch regularly, the comments do fly thick and fast as the night goes on, as people get more passionate about things. So yeah, definitely leave a super chat or message. I really appreciate that. Would help support the channel as well. And if you want to appear as a guest tonight, by guest I mean just turn up. Basically treat this as a live call-in show, like a radio show or a talk show. If you really want to got a comment or a question you really want to ask, then feel free to come on. We've got a just put this 1 sec. I'll just put the streaming. Sorry, I'll just put the link here as well. Here we go. Here's my link to come on as a guest, and we'd love to have you on as well. Just run through some of the comments first to start with, as usual. I'll just take away this banner here. So, hello everyone. We've got a few people here. We've got Charles Gray saying, hello, finally after a year the Model Y is in. Yeah, it's not officially for sale yet, but we are certainly 1 or 2 steps closer to that event for sure. Hello Sensei again. Good morning, good evening, wherever you might be tuning in from, absolutely. Certainly tell us where you're watching from. Andrew May says, soon to be sexy. Yes, sexy is S, Model 3, Model X and Model Y. How good is that? Yes, hello everyone for saying hello. Thanks so much. Yeah, hello from Adelaide, Rob. See you on there before, so hello again. And yeah, 56k internet wind affected. Yes, that's internet in Australia, unfortunately. But it's good for now, I think. Let me know if it does play up again, or if you have any troubles at all with audio or visual from your end. Paul says, hello Tom and everyone, good to be here. Exciting news re the pending arrival of Model Y. Absolutely. Very excited today indeed. And yeah, we've got a few people saying what they own. That's great to hear. Yep, Craig Clark says, howdy from Hobart, Model 3 and Auto, would like Model Y, but I think they're still a while off. I think you're probably right, Craig. Might be possibly maybe a few months off, potentially, maybe even early next year. Sensei says Model Y versus Ioniq 5. Yeah, well, guess what? We've got a live stream on Thursday as well, and we might go through that Y versus Ioniq 5 for sure. That's probably the next live stream we'll do. All right, well, before we get into the rest of the comments here, I just want to show you something. Hopefully this works. Hopefully it doesn't play up again, but I've got a little video here from one of my viewers, Shane. This may not work today with our internet. No, it's not going to work today, so I might have to show that on Thursday. But basically it is the illuminated door sills for the Model 3 that I wanted to show you guys. Can you still hear me there? I think my it's cut out there. Hopefully you can still hear me. Hello there. Hello. Sorry. Give me 1 sec, guys. 1 sec. Promise. Chrome is just running All right, how about now? Can you see me now? There we go. We're back. Okay. Every time it's windy at my place, it it just plays up. Anyway, I'm going to stop sharing video. I'm going to leave that for Thursday when there's no wind. Yeah, okay. Right, we're back now. Good. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, maybe Starlink. Starlink might be the answer one day. Oh, hey, I can see Nash. Hey, Nash. Good. Tesla in the gong, my good mate. And also fellow YouTuber. Good evening. Or fellow Phantom Flame 4 YouTuber as well. Podcast member as well. Good to have you on there. And I thought I saw Veda Prime earlier. I might just say hello to Veda. Veda says we are closer. Hey, Veda, nice of you to join us. Good to have your company because we will certainly need your wisdom for tonight as well. Okay, well, now that we can't share that video, but I will share that on Thursday, so make sure you join on Thursday and we'll go through that video. I just wanted to show you a video of illuminated door sills for the Model 3, which a viewer of mine, Shane, a good friend of mine too, installed in his Model 3. So let's get into it. Let me just share with you a... I didn't take a photo of the tweet. Anyway, someone today posted on Twitter that the Model Y has been approved by the... let me just add first to this. Here we go. So that's today's slides. Here we go. Let's do that. Okay, so the Road Vehicle Regulator Department of the Australian Government's Department of Infrastructure, Transport, Regional Department and Communications has approved the Tesla Model Y in Australia, and that was tweeted by someone today and retweeted many times. So thank you for that. If you're watching here on the live stream, make sure you leave a comment so we know you're there. But certainly that news has gotten around today, and very excited to share with you the details from that announcement. And this site, by the way, the ROVER Road Vehicle Regulator site, is really slow. So that's why I took some screenshots of the details there, and that way we can go through it together rather than having to wait for the website to load. Yes, Sana Cabana, it's Chrome. So I'm using StreamYard, which needs Chrome. So Chrome is just playing up sometimes when this happens. But yeah, it's a right hand. I'm pretty sure this card you can see. I tried to zoom in on the pic, not great quality, but I'm pretty sure this is a right hand drive. And they were the three that arrived in Australia a few weeks ago now. That was here testing basically. So they've arrived, they've been tested, and we are basically good to go. And some people are saying that the configurator may open any day now. So very excited to see. If you've just joined us on the stream, by the way, hello and welcome. Apologies for the few technical issues there, but we're getting there in the end. Basically, I just won't share any video because it's just the internet won't cope with it tonight with all the wind. But we're talking Model Y. If you just joined us, leave a comment in the chat box. Tell me where you're watching from. If you're watching on replay, tell me where you're watching from. Whether you're actually going to think about buying a Model Y, whether you own a 3 already currently, and think about purchasing a super chat or message as well as the night goes on. The chat box just goes nuts. Everyone gets very passionate, and sometimes I miss a message. But if you really want your message or question seen, think about buying a super chat message. It stays up there longer as well. Also helps support the channel too. Keep the channel nice and independent. We've actually got a guest at the moment. So by the way, if you want to appear as a guest, I'll leave a link here in the chat box for you guys, and you can come on as a guest. You don't have to use your camera. You can just have your microphone as well. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. Okay, let's, yes, and Vita Prime says, yes, this is the right-hand drive in the photo. I have the VIN of the 3 arrived. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Vita, for that. I knew you would have information like that. Okay, so let's go through it right now. So, and stop me, by the way, just ask any questions, and I'll get to them in the comment section. I'll keep an eye on the comments as well. Okay, so there are certainly the 3 variants that arrived in Australia. I don't know whether they're all blue. I'm not sure. Maybe Vita would know, but they've just used the one photo for this product approval, this vehicle approval. And you've got an SR, so standard range. It's not called SR Plus for the Model Y. It's a standard range, a long range car, and also a performance car. So those 3 variants have arrived in Australia, have been tested, and all been approved. And you can see there that there's quite a bit of detail in this website. There's a link to that, to this page. Well, to the government department page anyway. I can't leave the actual link, but you can actually go through that yourself and find the Model Y approval. I'll leave that in the video description below. We've got the model performance on the right. Sorry, the standard on the left here. My cursor doesn't show up, but basically left to right, it goes standard, long range, and performance. They're all multi-purpose vehicles. They're all sedans, technically, in New South Wales anyway, and they all seat 5. So interesting, doesn't seat 7. No approval for 7 seats yet. I know Model Y is possibly a 7-seater in North America, US. So yeah, so in Australia currently it's just been approved for 5 seats. That third row is pretty tight anyway from the photos I've seen. You could probably fit some child seats in there, maybe some kids, but I'm not sure about full-grown adults anyway. A question here, Trap says, what factory are they from? And Vita says they're Shanghai builds, so that's good to hear. Oh, look, we've got Nash here. 1 second, I'll just get Nash on. Everyone knows Nash. Hello, Nash. How you going?
Good day, mate. How are you?
Very well, mate. How are you?
Not too bad at all.
Thanks for joining us, mate. How's things?
Very, very well.
Are you excited about this Model Y release?
Absolutely. I'm really excited. Sorry, just give me one moment. I think I'm double playing somewhere. Let me just take that out.
Echo. Looks very fancy behind you there.
Oh, thank you.
All right, how's things?
Yeah.
You good now?
Yes, I'm good now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. All right, so Nash, big question. Are we going to see a Model Y added to your stable?
I'm thinking about it, really thinking about it. I really wish that I'll be able to buy one. If I win one, I've already said this before, if I win one from my referral code, it will go into directly into hire. I wouldn't even be using it myself. It'll directly go into hire, and that's a promise that I'm going to keep. Whether I'm going to add one to my stable, I am thinking about it. In all likelihood, SR Plus, I mean the standard range Plus is what I'm thinking of getting.
Yep.
So that people can try before they buy.
Cool. Yeah, great idea. I think SR is a good option for like road trips because it's such a big range anyway.
Yes, that's true.
And you get premium audio with the SR, which
absolutely.
which wasn't available in SR Plus for Model 3.
Absolutely, and that's a huge plus now because now the less and less things which separate an SR Plus from a long range, isn't it? Particularly the range is one which separates them. But other than that range, very little separates the long range from the standard range. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I was listening to you when you said that, it's still 5-seater here. It's not 7-seater here yet, isn't it?
I think so. And in fact, we're going to talk about towing in a second because I can see towing as well in this. Do you want to hang on, Ash, or do you need to go? It's up to you.
No, I'll hang on. No worries at all.
All right, let's do it. Let's keep you on. I need your pearls of wisdom here. So let me put you on like that. And there we go. We can have both of us on that. All right. Feel free to chime in anytime, Nash. And anyone else, by the way, you got a question, please leave it in the comments in the chat box there. And just want a quick note, by the way, the referral program has gone as of yesterday, I think. Got Sensei there saying Thomas 728 doesn't work anymore. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it, but I'm pretty sure it's gone officially. If you look on our apps, it says basically, thank you, but sorry, no more referrals. That's fine.
Yeah, it's gone. So I want to chime in very quickly. So one of my mates, he bought a Standard Range Plus Model 3 on Thursday, and they specifically told him that today is the last day we're going to take referrals, and that's it, no more.
Yep.
So it's finished. It was great while it lasted, but Elon Musk has always said that it's unsustainable, and so they have to let go of it someday. We don't know whether it'll come back in some iteration sometime later. Let's see, fingers crossed. I know, Tom, you have only a gazillion super miles to exhaust, but
I'm very humbled that people use my code, and I'm hopefully they can trade them in for SpaceX miles. Maybe I could take some of the Phantom Lane, in fact, all the Phantom Lane 4 crew to the moon and back. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Well, let's keep going with the live stream slide. So we've got here, so they're both 2-axle, single tires, front and rear. In terms of weight, the SR is 1923 kilos, the long range is 1981 kilos, and performance 1997. So light to heaviest from SR to performance. And I guess the gross vehicle mass is the same. It gets heavier as you get up with the variants. Now, this is interesting here. So the maximum towing mass, they've actually included a towing mass here under the approval. So it's rated now to tow 1,600 kilos braked, which is pretty good, Nash. What do you think? That's quite a lot of towing capacity there.
100%. And easily, I think
Mm,
a like a caravan easily can a
mm,
small caravan. You can't get the large
small
ones,
caravan.
but the
Yep.
small caravan for sure. If you want to tow other things, that's definitely possible.
Mm,
I'm really looking forward to two things. Whether the tow hitch will be just like in the US and Canada, the tow hitch will
mm,
come as standard or as an optional upgrade. We don't want to go back and do this all over again like Model 3. And so
mm,
we don't have a tow hitch in Model 3, even till now. Whereas in the US and Canada, it is available. We don't want that to happen. So we want the tow hitch to be available from day one. And the second thing I'm also looking forward to is the seven-seater option. How soon will that drop? Whether it'll
mm.
drop at all.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, the third row is pretty tight, unfortunately. But at least it's something to put child seats in the back. I think good to have that option. Apologies again for the streaming quality. I think you can hear us. It's just dropped out from the visual, unfortunately. So I think there's a problem with my Chrome as well. It's just too much going on, unfortunately, today. What I might do is actually, if Chrome comes back, I will just tidy up a few things. But you can still hear me, can't you, Nash?
I can hear you, mate. All good.
Okay, good. Can you see the picture though, or is it just the static picture of everything?
I can see the picture.
Okay, but are we moving, or is it just a picture?
It's still a picture though. Which picture?
Okay,
Two of us?
as
I
in
can
of
see you.
us, we are
Yes, yeah,
moving.
I can see
Okay,
both of
maybe
us
it's just
moving.
me then. All right,
Absolutely.
all right. You'll have to deal with the comments because I can't see. I think my Chrome is frozen for now.
Okay,
I need a
I'll
new
I'll
MacBook.
handle the comments for you. All good, mate. No
Okay,
worries.
all right. Let's keep going with the towing. I think I'm not. I'll have to find out the difference between braked and non-braked. But the braked towing is rated 1,600 kilos. Non-braked is 750. So that might actually be the thing that oh, it's back. My Chrome is back. Okay, good. Here's opportunity to get rid
Awesome.
of things. So this might help with my picture quality here. Okay, good, good. Hopefully that helps things. Okay, comments are back. All right.
Awesome.
What a night, hey?
So
Is it
so
windy where you
so
are, Ash?
oh, it is really windy,
Yeah,
massively
yeah,
windy here. It's
yeah.
usually windy here in Wollongong, but today is especially so. And it's going to rain later tonight as well. So we're looking forward to some showers as well.
Yep, yep. Okay, so let's look at the dimensions now. So we've got so vehicle length is 4,750. Width is 1921. Height 1624. Wheelbase 2890. These are all millimeters, and running clearance is 167 mil off the ground for those who are interested. I believe the Model Y is 5 centimeters longer than the 3 from memory when I looked this up last time, and obviously it's going to be taller as well than the 3. And they're all the same, by the way, no matter what variant you buy. So I've got here the next slide, the quote unquote engine. I suppose they haven't updated their database, but for lack of a better word, they've got here for the SR, it's a net power of 255 kilowatts. The long range is 378 kilowatts, and the performance is 393. So nothing too surprising there. You'd expect it to go up as you increase with the variants. And RPM 6,000 for SR, 8,000 for long range, and 5,500 for performance, all lithium ion. Battery capacity 173 amp hours. I need to work that out to see what kilowatt hours that is. Presumably that's around 55. Nash, do you think 55 kilowatt hours for SR maybe? Same as the 3. Oh, Nash is muted. Okay, you muted yourself, Nash. But yeah, I was just saying that I've got to work out how many,
Yes,
what
sorry,
kilowatt
mate.
hour.
I muted
Okay,
myself, so I didn't want to add. You were talking, so I
all
didn't
good.
want to talk over you.
Yeah,
Where are we now?
yeah, I'm just talking about battery capacity, and then long range is 230 amp hours. Presumably that's about 70, 75 amp hours, possibly 82, depending what battery they're using, what battery pack. Maybe it's 82 for long range performance. Okay, let's talk about the next slide, which is so brakes. Yep, so they're both hydraulic, disc ventilated, diameter 355 millimeters, width 25 mils. And the only difference between SR long range and performance is, let's see, I saw that before, is the width of the rear brake. So 22 for the performance versus 20 for the SR and long range. I just got a comment here I can see. Charles Gregory says, I think Tech AU worked out the kilowatt hours sites and they were slightly higher than the Model 3 equivalents. He suspects the counts were wrong. Okay, I guess we'll have to see once someone takes delivery of a Model Y here in Australia. Yep. Someone says, most likely Q2 2022. Wow, that's a bit sad, really, isn't it? That's more like March, April. How sad is that? Oh, well. Can only hope it's
The
early,
Model
but
Y,
yeah.
Q2 2022.
Oh,
I'm gonna stick my neck out and say we're gonna get the order page opening in 2 weeks' time. The 2 weeks
oh,
I'm gonna stick my neck out. I get a
yeah.
feeling that I get a feeling that we're gonna open up in 2 weeks and we're gonna
Yep.
get delivery of the cars in late November. This is just
Oh.
plain hunch, but I'm gonna stick my neck out for this one.
Yeah, I love your optimism, Nash. That's how we love you. Hopefully you're right. Okay, let's keep going with the slides. Yep, so obviously all automatic, one forward gear. Does a reverse gear count? I suppose it does too. But essentially the one gear goes forward. Electric cars don't get simpler than that. Yep, so this is the tire size. So this was quite interesting. So it's approved in Australia for, let's see, I'll just move that across so you guys can see me. So we've got SR and long range standard included with the car. You get a 19-inch tire, 55 45R 19s, 104W. So front and back, that's what you get with standard. And then an option for SR and long range, you have the option of adding a 20-inch wheels for 255 40R20. I wonder whether we'll get Michelin or Hankooks this time. We shall see. And then
I would imagine they've gone to Michelin now. We're gonna get because we got P0s on the performance, didn't we?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, and
Whereas
the performance
standard range got Hankooks. Yeah.
yes, the standard range got Hankooks. The performance
Yep.
went into this one. I think I got Michelin on my long range as well. Yeah, that's true. So I
Yeah.
guess it'll be Michelin now.
Yep. Vita Prime says the battery chemistry is going to be different for these Y. No indication yet of what it will be by the end of the year. It could well differ by the time they get here. Ooh, interesting. What are the new ones? 4860, is it? 4680? Something like that?
4680.
4680. Have to
But
ask
I don't
Vita
think
whether
we'll
he
see
thinks we'll get
4680
them.
yet because
Yeah,
they're going to
probably
go
not.
into the SS and XS, I think, first.
Yep. 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 And the ones we'll get should have LFP battery from Cattle. Yep. I think that's probably right. Paxit says Model Y looks awkward. Oh, really? I don't know. I think it looks quite nice, actually.
I love the way the Model Y looks.
Yeah.
I love the way they've sort of raised even the seats. So even from inside the car, you did a walk around with KK. I remember your video. That was a great
Yeah.
video too. And
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
did one similar with KK with all the dimensions of my Model 3 and Model Y.
Yep.
And the way the seats are on sort of stilts, so it sort of looks down from the windshield. It is a great looking car. I think it's
Yeah.
supposed to be more comfortable than the 3 as well. I'm really looking forward to taking a spin.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, my wife Joy is very keen on it because she came from a CX5, so she's very keen to trade up to a Model Y. Just likes being higher off the ground. And I've got to say, when I do go back to a higher SUV, I do quite enjoy that feeling. So I think it'll sell very well here in Australia. I just want to quickly say that we're up to 105 viewers. So thank you everyone for joining in today. I really appreciate that, hitting that big 100 mark too. If you've just joined us, leave a comment below in the chat box. Tell me where you're watching from. Have you got a Tesla? Are you thinking of buying a Model Y? If so, which variant, and also think of buying a super chat or message as well. Helps to support the channel and gets your message up to the top of the screen there for us to answer. Okay, let's move on with the slides here. Actually, we haven't finished with the tires. So the SRL long range tire option was 20-inch, and then we've got performance. Now, performance, they've got separated the front and the rear tires. So front, they've made it. Should we go 21-inch 98W? I don't know tires that well, but that's the only difference I can see between front and rear. We've got 98Ws for the front and then 103Ws for the back. They're both going to be 21-inch. Rim size and profile for the front is 21x 9.5J versus 21x 10.5J. Someone who knows their tires, please leave a comment. Fill me in.
Okay,
there.
I can add something to this effect. So the Model X, the one I have, although they are 21 inches, not 20 inches, 20-inch wheels on the front and rear. The front tires are different from the to the rear tires. So that's what they're going with the performance Model Y as well, is what I think. They're not the same. All 4 tires are not the same in the Model X.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it is, and I didn't know about it till I bought the car, and I had a flat tire, and I had to go in, and they said, "Oh, sorry, mate, we only have the rear tires. We don't have the front tires." I thought it's exactly the same. They said, "No, they are 2 different tires. Although they're 20 inches, they are different tires." I don't know the full details as to what the differences are, but they are different, I believe. Tom, I have one more question, mate.
Yes.
Do we know why the Model Y is classed as a sedan here, and it's not classed as an SUV?
Yeah,
it's
isn't it?
Somebody asked me this question, and I didn't know the answer. If somebody knows the answer, please, by all means, answer this.
Yeah, I mean, it's an SUV. It should be classed as a wagon, because I've owned SUVs before, and it says wagon when you buy it on the, what do you call it?
Exactly, but here in this particular in this slide set, if you go to the very top, you'll probably notice that it's classed as a sedan and not as a
That's right.
as a wagon. It's very interesting.
Let me show you guys there. Here we go. Sedan. That's the first thing that comes up here. New South Wales body code. Yeah, okay. Don't know. I guess whenever we get our Y, we'll have a look at the reg, see what it's classed as, whether it's a wagon or a sedan.
I'm very interested to know as well. If anybody knows why, please do share it. I'd love to know too.
What does it say on your Model X, Nash? Is it wagon or sedan?
That's a good question. I haven't.
Check your rego.
Let me do it. Let me do that now.
No, you don't have to. If you want to, you can. All right. So let's. Oh, he's got his iPad. He's ready to go. All right, we'll keep going with the slides while Nash checks. So we've got suspension details. So this may be of interest to you who have sloping driveways, or like I've got a sloping driveway at home. We've got suspension details: front measurement of wheel center to top of wheel arch opening at unladen mass. Ooh, that's really technical. Okay, that may be on my pay grade, but it's saying 434 front and rear for 440, and then vertical measurement of wheel center to top of wheel arch opening at full bump, 424 and 418. Minimum acceptable vertical measurement of wheel center to top of arch, 431 and 433. Okay, those numbers are a little bit beyond me there, but that's for those of you who know about suspension. Let's move on to details of standard equipment or options. So we've got long range performance. All have air conditioning. That's good to know. We've got anti-lock brakes for standard long range performance as well. That's also good to know. And power windows for all 3 variants. Yeah, I guess you just got to tick all the boxes, hey, when you certify a car. Here we go. Oliver says, my Audi e-tron 55 Quattro is an SUV, but it's stated as a station wagon. Yep, that's what we're saying. Have owned SUVs before. It does say station wagon. I don't think it's got an SUV category that I know of anyway in the rego. George, by the way, George Pritchard says, when I looked at the Ioniq 5, they gave me a 24-hour early pre-order on the 12th of October, just deviating slightly from Model Y. This Thursday, I will be looking at differences between the Model Y and the Ioniq 5, so make sure you guys tune in on Thursday night. We'll be doing that. That's Thursday night's topic. Sensei says a plus drive-away cost added to the 72,000 for Ioniq. Price is not negotiable like a normal Hyundai car. Actually, yes, I just should note too that Ioniq will be sold through the website. So dealerships are being cut out from the picture, which is a bit of a Tesla model, hey Nash?
Oh yes, so Ioniq is doing that, and we all know that BYD is going to do that. Everybody's going down that path. Hopefully, we don't see any ridiculous, costs like in the US for the Mustang, where they have $10,000 additional for paperwork. We don't know what the paperwork is for $10,000. I don't know. Even if you cut down like a forest to make those papers, we won't spend $10,000. It's ridiculous. But I guess I hope that doesn't happen here.
I'll do it for 5,000, by the way. Paperwork. 10,000 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows, right? I mean, Tesla's pretty transparent with their costs, so we'll see whether Hyundai has the same model when they invoice customers. Let's keep going with the equipment. So yeah, all three variants get power mirrors. Good to know. All three get driver's airbags and passenger airbags. Yeah, I think that'd be standard these days, but good to tick all the boxes. Okay, so how's my live stream, by the way? I've got David Scott saying go on 4G or 5G for better service for a live stream. Yeah, I have to say I did a newbie error. I'm live streaming on Wi-Fi, which is like newbie error. So I'm going to have to get a RJ45 Ethernet cable to connect to my router. Won't make this mistake again. So thank you, David, for that. Yeah, I think 4G might be better next time too. Okay, let's have a look. So all three cars get central locking. I don't know a car that's built post 2010 that doesn't have central locking anymore. Anyway, another box to tick. Okay, so this is really interesting. So details of standard equipment or options, autonomous steering, all three variants, assume autonomous steerings or basic autopilot with auto steer. As opposed to this next category, this navigate on autopilot. I assume that is like FSD package. That's OFF optional. So that's what I'm picturing. You reckon we'll get FSD by next year, Nash, when Y comes out here?
We kept asking this question of Elon today because he was answering a lot of FSD questions, and he kept asking it in, we kept changing the intonations, we kept changing the tense. We asked in past tense, present tense, future tense, and all kinds of tenses. But he was absolutely mum on that.
I'll get Afrikaans
that's what we have to go down the path of getting Afrikaans, Arabic. We'll try every trick in the book to get that answer. But I'm hoping that next year we would. And to think of it, it will be nice because it's a good thing for people who have believed in Tesla and bought FSD package for many years now. So I bought my FSD in 2018 for both my cars, and I don't have anything to show for it. And if I'm going to flip my car in 2 or 3 years' time, and if I don't get FSD, I feel a little sad. And I understand that this is we are paying for the future, and I'm really happy to do it, and I have no complaints. But I probably have a small little bitter taste in my mouth. But I'm hoping that next year, because now with the version 10 FSD package, it's amazing. It does a lot of things, and I believe that the next logical step is to get right-hand drive cars included as well. Fingers crossed. Yep. I'm hoping by Q3 next year we should get FSD here.
Yep.
In beta form, and then and we must understand, and we know this already. We've discussed this in many other platforms as well, and even when we're talking separately. And here, when FSD comes here, it will be leaps and bounds better than FSD in the US, because that's exactly what happened with autopilot as well. Our autopilot was far, far better even when it launched, and then by the time we caught up with autopilot of rest of the fleet in the US, we were only 1 or 2 dot upgrades behind. So that's exactly what's going to happen. We always get a much better product when we get those things in our shows. Even the physical product as well as the software product, we'll get a much better product for sure.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, the neural net is picking up all our driving data anyway, and hopefully perfecting right-hand drive data as we speak. But yeah, I think, that's the thing with new tech, right? You pay for the early adopter tax, so to speak. So do our bit to help the future generations of drivers. Just want to say hello to people who've just joined us at the moment. 121 viewers, so thank you guys. Good numbers today. If you've just joined us, say hello on the live chat here. Tell me where you're watching from, whether you're thinking of buying Model Y, which variant as well. So, and if you're watching on replay, please leave a comment too with the same answers. Now, I had a comment that Vida had before. Here we go. Vida said, one of the reasons for the delay here is Shanghai is supplying to Europe first. Berlin is a bit delayed. 1,000 Ys are being produced a day. Whew, that's huge. That's a lot of Ys. Huge numbers. Yeah, I think you're right, because, well, of course you're right, Vida. You're Vida. But yeah, left-hand drive. The left-hand drive market in Europe is certainly open and ready to order, for sure. Hopefully we'll get ours before the UK. I'm sorry for any UK viewers here, but it would be nice if Australia just skips ahead with their orders for Y.
I'd imagine so. Hong Kong is going to get it. I think Hong Kong will be the first one in the right-hand drive car markets to get it, and then I believe it'll be us. I'm hoping. I mean, Veda can sort of confirm or deny that. And because Veda is still there online, I'm going to say, Veda, you're the star.
Yeah, absolutely. We salute you, definitely. Our man of mystery. Now, just want a quick shout out to anybody who is watching and would like a would like to support the channel, I'm just going to add here. Please support the channel by purchasing a super chat message or sticker. Your question will come up the top there and also helps keep the channel independent. And I really appreciate that. And if you want to appear as a guest, I will leave the StreamYard link here as well. Here we go. You want to join Nash and me for a quick chat? We've got a question or a really urgent question or a comment you want for us to see, and we'd love to see. You don't have to come on with your camera, just with audio is fine as well. And Vita, yeah, you come on if you like, definitely. We'd love to have you on. Here's a question. Will you get a Model Y? Nash answered that before, so I'll answer it now, which is a yes. I'm pretty sure we will order as soon as they drop, so we'll be first day orders. The question is whether we flip the 3 or flip the S. I like to keep the S, but whether I do a Nash and keep the 3 and put it on EV or something else like that, that is the big question in our household currently. Okay, so now that's pretty much all the slides for the what's this thing called? The ROVER, Road Vehicle Regulator. So that's it. So if you want to look through that yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. But I might just quickly look at the pricing as well for you guys. So that's the Hong Kong price currently. That's probably the closest indicator of our pricing. And they've got standard range, long range, and performance. So as well, and I think our pricing will be very similar in similar proportions to that as well. So their Hong Kong dollar is 6-1, 1 Aussie. So if you convert directly, which I don't think we will get this price, but we'll get 57,000 for standard range, 65,000 for long range, and 73,000 for performance. I think my next slide will show you why that won't be as cheap. In one segment, I just want to quickly shout out to Paul, who's pledged $5. So thank you, Paul, for that. A super chat comment. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Has Model Y been crash and cap tested in Australia? Don't know. Probably not. I'm not sure if this testing includes that. I think it's probably a separate test. I think Vito will probably shed some light on that, but I would probably say no, Paul. I think there's a few more steps to go before we can see the configurator open, but I'm pretty sure we're close. Thank you, Paul, for pledging $5.
And even if you don't do the actual test, if you see go back and see the ANCAP for the Model 3, they use the European what are their regulators called? I keep forgetting their.
Yeah, I forgot as well. I don't know what you mean though.
Yeah, so they use their data here, and they reference that. If they don't have to do a full test here, is what I remember.
Yep.
So whereas said no ANCAP testing yet is
no
what is confirmed.
Correct. I've got Charles in the green room. I can just see him there. I'm just going to wave to him. He might wave back when he's ready. Charles, can you see me there? I'm going to get you on very shortly.
So Peter has confirmed that as well. So the European one is likely used here as well.
Yep.
So we don't have to do the actual testing.
Oh, that's good. Yep, Charles is way back, so let's get him on the stream. This is Charles.
So the European one is likely
hello, Charles.
We don't have to do that.
Do you mind turning your radio down?
Yep, Charles is way back, so let's get him on the stream. This is Charles.
Hello, Charles.
Hey, I think I might just have to.
Yes.
Yep, that's right.
There we go.
Sorry, I've got you on my TV and on my laptop at the moment, so I'll put it just on the laptop so I'm at least in sync. How's
there you
that?
go, Charles. Good, very well. How are you?
No.
Can you hear us? We can hear you.
Hang on, trying something else.
Very well, how are you?
Right, I'm on there now. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Right, okay.
We can hear you.
Okay.
That's right. Too many devices with video streams on them. That was all.
You might need some headphones on. We can hear ourselves as well.
Right, on there now. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Right, okay.
We can hear you.
Oh God.
That's right, too many devices with video streams on.
I'll tell you what. I will mute you for 1 sec, and if you can get some headphones on, then we can get you on in 1 sec. So I'll just get you off in 1 second, and when I see your headphones on, I'll get you back on, Charles. But I'll just keep going with the pricing for a sec. So I had this pricing here with a direct conversion, but if you look at the Model 3, so look at the whole picture. And I did this video with Shashank, who's another viewer of mine, who took some really detailed notes about this comparison. But if you just look at the ratio of the Y in Hong Kong to their 3, and then look at the pricing of our 3 in Australia, and by the way, these prices are a little bit out of date, of course. The Model 3 has dropped in price recently, but even so, if you look at the ratios, it will probably still be more like 69K for the Model Y standard range, 83K for the long range, so maybe just a bit cheaper because prices have dropped, and then 95K for the performance performance Model Y. So I think the Ioniq actually today the pricing was dropped. So I saw the press release, and the Ioniq, you got to compare it with the long range because they're only releasing the long range cars for now, and I think they're dropping it at 75K for the all-wheel drive long range. So it'd be pretty close. I mean, they may even drop the price of the Y to match that as well, given the new pricing for the Ioniq. I can see Charles back on with headphones, so I might get him back on. Here we go. 1 second, guys. Nope, I'm too big. There we go. All right, Charles, hello, welcome back.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thanks for getting those headphones for us. Nice.
Oh, good. There we go. They're very stylish, I know. But,
I love it.
Can't help that.
You know Nash, don't you, obviously?
Oh, yeah, met Nash at one of the Sydney EV expos with Ava a couple of years ago.
That's right. That's right, mate.
He was doing a few test drives in his Model X at the time, I think.
Yes, the Model X. I still have it, but it's kind of higher now. Superman,
right.
Yeah.
Charles, how's it down in Tassie, by the way?
I've also said it's cold, but it's not too cold. That's okay.
Not too cold.
Just hanging out to replace the Leaf with the Model Y when they're available.
Okay. Yep. Will you be first day orders?
Sorry?
Will you be first day order?
I hope so.
Yep.
I was all lined up to get the Model 3 a few months ago, and then a few incentives were announced as coming soon, so I thought I'd hold off, and now the Model Y is on its way, so I'm holding off a bit longer. But it'll be worth it in the end, I'm sure.
Oh, totally, yeah. Just remind us, what are the incentives in Tassie at the moment?
The one in Tassie is stamp duty is waived for all EVs, and there's no price cap on that, so it applies to the long range performance as well if people are looking at those. But yeah, that's there's no cash incentive, but there's the stamp duty rebate, so that's worth about $2,600 for the Model 3, so probably a little bit more for the Model Y.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
in New South Wales, we're looking at 78 grand. I think that's the cap for the stamp duty rebate.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. I think it's I think that there's another cap of about 69 to 70,000 for the Victorian ones as well. So I think Tesla's going to be trying to get the price under that amount for at least for the benefit of Victorian and New South Wales residents. Yep. So they'll be wanting to keep the that's sort of my guide for what I think the final price will be. I guess if you add 10% on to the Model 3, it'll be about 66. So maybe 66, 67, 68. That sounds about right if you compare it with other markets.
Yep, for the standard range. Yep, I agree.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. I've been trying to compile a list of things that makes the Model Y different to the Model 3, because obviously plenty of us have seen the Model 3, driven it, had a close look. And I was trying to compile a list of things that are different. Obviously, there's the storage and the hatch opening and things like that. But a few things I found that were different. There's the folding rear seats are 3 sections.
That's
right.
right.
Has
That's true.
a premium interior as standard. I think it's one you've mentioned a few other times.
Yep.
About the premium auto and fog lights and so on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The glass roof sections are split differently. That's one that isn't really obvious, but I suppose if you look at comparisons, you can see the Model 3 has the windscreen, then the driver's section, and then the rest. Whereas the Model Y has the entire top section is one piece of glass.
Yep,
that's
correct.
true.
Yep.
Yep. There's a secondary shallow underboot storage area. So that's where the third row seat would go if they had that.
Okay.
Yes, that's true.
You mean like a little undercarriage cabin, little storage area?
Yeah. There's the one that's similar to the what Model 3 has, and then there's another section a bit further forward than that.
Yes, a bit forward.
Okay.
There's one more which goes just beneath that. So there are two sub trunks, as we call them. So the one is the taller well that we usually see on the Model 3s. There's one more which is a little forward, which goes a little deeper in, and there's two sub trunks. There's a smaller sub trunk, but that's where the third row seats will go in. That's
Okay,
true.
I see. I get what you mean. Yep. Nice.
Yeah, there's not much space there, but I think it's for you could fit cables and things like that in there.
Yes, that's true.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm
Cables
looking
and
forward
stuff
to all
like
the storage. I tell you, it's
Yeah.
going to be great.
Yeah.
Being able
And
to
of course,
there's-
the headroom is far superior. Obviously,
Mm.
particularly the
Yeah.
rear seat headroom, and we have tested that with like 6-footer, 6-foot people, and then we could see the clear difference between the two cars, the 3
Yep.
and the Y. It's brilliant.
I think
Yeah.
when we get the Y, I need to find some really tall people, like 7 foot. If anyone's 7 foot watching, reach out to me in Sydney. We'll go for a test drive. Test that
Absolutely.
roof.
That's right.
I've got a comment from Vita here. There we go. Fun fact: Tasmania Tesla go from Port Kembla to Holding Yard outside Melbourne, and then have often gone on Spirit of Tasmania to Devonport, then go to a local detailer, then moves to people's homes. So, yeah, it's quite a trek for Tassie Teslas from Port Kembla in Wollongong near Nash to Melbourne, and
Yeah,
then
just
on the
behind
Spirit
me.
of Tassie.
just walking right
Everything
here.
goes through Nash. That's why Elon
Yep.
loves him.
Yeah, I think there was
Okay.
there are occasional pictures from people who drive past the East Devonport terminal, and I think last week they saw they said 20 Model 3s that had just arrived, ready to be delivered.
Wow.
So that's one of the largest bulk deliveries that I think we've had so far. But yeah, from there they get shipped off to depots just outside Launceston and Hobart for people in those areas, and then on the truck to people's homes usually.
Yep. That's
So
cool.
yeah, looking
Yep.
forward to it. Oh, and one other thing the Model Y had was
Sorry.
it's the
Yep, go
bioweapon
ahead.
defense mode.
Oh, yes.
Believe the Model Y has that, but the 3 doesn't.
Yep. And I think that it's in the SNX as well. So, yeah, another premium feature for the Y.
That's
Yeah,
it.
good point. Afnan has got a question for us. Do you think you will get the same government incentives back as the Model 3? So, yeah, we kind of touched on that. Every state's got their own different variation on that. I think there's no cap on, as in numbers of cars for the cap for the stamp duty in New South Wales. There is a cap on the rebate, so it's the first 25,000 cars that are sold. But to be honest, it hasn't actually passed in New South Wales yet because of our coronavirus restrictions. So Parliament hasn't actually
That's
even
true.
sat yet. So yeah, hopefully that
But
passes.
the government is given an assurance that it will pass once they sit in Parliament. But yeah, so in the end, people must understand that this is not a over the hood amount. You claim it and it comes back afterwards. You have to pay the money up front. It comes back to you afterwards. Some people think it's sort of over the hood cash. It's not. It's just still a rebate.
Yep, it's a true rebate. Yep, you get it back later. Very true. Now, got a comment here. If Neo and Model Y are the same price, would you buy a Neo ES8? Controversial. Charles, what do you think?
I'd definitely go the Model Y purely for the charging network.
Yep. Nash?
I mean, we are pretty lucky in Tassie. We've only got the one supercharger, but we do have 4 ultra rapid 350 kilowatt chargers
ChargeFox, yeah.
between Devonport and Hobart. Yeah, ChargeFox and EV.
EV. Yep.
So we're lucky in that the brand doesn't really give us a huge benefit one way or the other. But that might change in the future. We don't know.
Nash?
I'll buy the
Neo
Model
or
Y,
Y?
and
Y.
yeah, Model Y. For one, I am a Tesla fanboy. That is the first one, but not that notwithstanding, I think even with the way the tech is structured, I still like the Model Y over the Neo. Neo is a great car. I'm not taking anything away from Neo. It's a great looking car as well. I'll still go down the path of Model Y. One because I really truly believe in the philosophy of Tesla, and they're going to they're iteratively improving the car as well. And the car we're going to get here in Australia is going to be far and over better than the cars from the US, because they've already ironed off all those niggles and wiggles, and we're going to get a much better car here. And we have always gotten much better cars here. Our Teslas have always been better than any of the Teslas which were in the US. And we had this conversation, Tom, you and I, when we went and saw the Model 3 when it came here to Sydney. We said Tom, we know that this car is going to be better when it lands in our shows, and it certainly was.
It was, yep.
Yeah.
Is the Neo? Is it a skateboard design? I can't remember. Is it a ground up EV? I'll have to look that up. I know the Ioniq definitely is. So I think the better question is Ioniq 5 versus Model Y. I think that's a tougher question.
Yeah, that is a tough question. If I am tempted to get an Ioniq 5. It's a brilliant looking car. It's really gorgeous.
Yeah. No, I went through some of the stats today for both, and it's pretty close. Like very close. Yeah. So on Thursday I'll go through all that. And that is a great question, and that's a very tough question to answer. Yeah.
That's.
But as Charles said, I think it's a charging network that's going to push me towards a Tesla still, I think, just very quietly. Yeah.
And Tom, you really have to get rid of those gazillion miles as well. What are you going to do with that? Kilometers?
We should have a daisy chain of cars just going around Australia.
Yeah. It is interesting that of the Model Y and the Ioniq 5, it might end up being that the Ioniq 5 is the more expensive one. I think it's the prices have been quoted as 71 to 75,000. Which might be for the long range one, but I think that's the only one that's going to be available. So people might actually be saying, I got the Tesla because I couldn't afford the Hyundai. So that's what happens. I mean, that's good to break down sort of the stereotypes about, Tesla being the ultra rich,
expensive,
driver's car. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think like for like the Ioniq is cheaper than the long range all-wheel drive Tesla Y, but it's cheaper. Sorry, the standard range is cheaper than the Ioniq.
Yeah.
But you get more bang for buck with your Tesla, I think.
I think so. I think the range would be
dual motor. Let's see if there's any other questions here in the chat. All right, Nash, this one's for you. Do it, Tesla and the Gong, Nash. I get the Ioniq 5 for a change and see how it is and make some YouTube content.
I saw that comment, and that's why I was chuckling. I was like, it sounds interesting. Yeah. But then Daddy Elon may just not talk to me ever again.
You don't want to be shadow banned. Come on.
No.
I don't know if you've been getting a few more replies lately, Nash.
He has. He really has.
The last week
I'm just lucky, man. That's right. He answered me today as well. I'm like, I don't know why he wants to. I guess it's definitely the algorithm. I can't think of anything else. I don't ask any special questions. It's just, I don't know. It's just the algorithms.
He's too humble.
No. I'm pretty sure it's the algorithms. There's nothing else to it.
Okay, let's see if there's any other questions here. We've got tow hitch. Jeff Newport. Jeff, are you asking about the tow hitch for the Model Y? If you are, I think it will come, because as we saw in the earlier shots I shared with you guys, they've already tested and approved for braked rating of 750 kilograms, which is 250 more than the Model 3, but 250 less than the Model X and 3 and S. So yeah, somewhere in between. Yep. I'd be keen to get it, actually. What are you guys? Will you get the tow hitch for the Y?
100%. I think it's going to be with the tow hitch for sure. 100%. Because the Model Y is made for that. The Model X had the tow hitch on day one. So, no, not day one, but yeah, after the first year, I think the tow hitch was there on the Model X. I'm very certain the Model Y will come with the tow hitch.
Yep,
for sure.
Now here's another comment here. Now I wouldn't buy a Hyundai as the maker of a lot of other cars. You won't get any updates in 2 years' time. That's actually a really good point. I don't know any other car brands at the moment that offer you over-the-air software updates. Can you guys? Yeah.
I don't think any offer over-the-air updates. I know the Volkswagen ID3 and ID4 probably do, but that's in Europe.
I think the Audi has it. Yeah, the Audi has over-the-air updates.
Oh, really?
Okay. Because when we test drove the car, we saw that there was a 4G and there was,
I know with the Taycan you got to bring it in as well. So yeah, I think that would annoy me having driven Tesla where you get an update every week. Well, sometimes you do get every week. Having to bring it into the service, it's going to be annoying. So yeah, that's actually a big point. Good point. Okay, Oliver says, I know that the BMW iX will have over-the-air updates. Yeah, okay. Cool. Interesting.
Speaking of the BMW iX3, I don't want to give any spoilers, but if there's any Marvel fans out there, you might want to watch the latest movie.
Is that Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi, that's right.
I would if I could, Charles. But Nash and I are kind of stuck indoors.
Oh, you guys are locked down. That's right.
Fortunately, that's true.
Yeah, and it's not on Disney Plus yet, is it?
Not streaming. Yeah, it's very sad.
No.
I'm trying not to see anything about Shang-Chi. I do want to see it in the big screen.
Yeah,
Okay,
I want
I
to watch
won't-
Shang-Chi, sure, and I'm hoping that
I won't say
we don't
anything
miss out on the
else.
Spider-Man movie either. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yep.
I won't say anything else other than keep your eyes out for BMW vehicles.
Okay. Cool.
That doesn't ruin the plot at all. It's fine.
I might see if I can share a screen. This might kill it completely, but I want to show you guys the Hong Kong Model Y configurator. See if there's any questions we can get out of that. Here we go. Share. Alright, so there's the Model Y Hong Kong configurator. The range is 455 kilometers for the standard range, and then long range is 542. Then performance is a little bit less at 528. I'll just go back to standard range, like 455 WLTP. It's pretty close to real world. I'd probably still minus about 10 to 15% say. So let's say 420. 420.
420.
That's good for me. 420, I think, 420 is pretty good for Australian conditions still. Particularly, on the
I
beaten
agree.
track on the East Coast. What do you think?
100%. I that's why I'm thinking that's why I'm thinking the SR Plus will be the hot selling cake in that stable, because the few things there. The reason being one of that is being the lithium iron phosphate, so you can just have the car 100% charged. You don't have to have the trip thingy. That's one. The second thing is the distance between the chargers are now shrinking smaller and smaller and smaller. So we get loads and loads of chargers everywhere. So I'm thinking the 420 will be a very good thing, and the only thing probably is the rate of charge, but even that is becoming better even in the new SR Plus with the lithium iron phosphate batteries. It's not as fast as the long range batteries, what I reckon, because of the chargers, but they're going to change that for sure. And even the rate of charge is going to be absolutely rapid, so we're not going to be missing out on too much. I like it. I like the 420.
Yeah, 420, like, it's pretty compelling, if you don't want to splash out a bit more money on the long range, like 420 is pretty good for a road trip. Most superchargers along the East Coast are 150 to 200 kilometers apart now, and then you've got all the other third parties there. And I think the government is promising more as well, so, in years to come, I think it'll be enough, to be honest.
I'm not sure if you have any Wollongong viewers here in the chat. So I don't know if Gaffa is here. We are going to get superchargers here this December, or at least Q1 next year. So yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Hopefully,
Yep.
I think Hobart's on the list for. Sorry, I think Hobart's on the list for Q1 next year as well. But we'll see what happens.
That's true. Hobart's on the list for Q1. Absolutely.
Yep, party at Nash's place next year, guys, for Wollongong Supercharger. How good's that? Now, I'm just going to go through the paint, because just for viewers who don't know about the paint, so white is included with all variants in Hong Kong, as they will be here as well in Australia, because they are currently with Model 3. And by the way, performance, you get these increased options too, like increased top speed, increased acceleration, Uber turbine wheels, performance brakes, lowered suspension, aluminium alloy pedals. Now, if you want black, grey, or blue, in Hong Kong, I think it's about $1,000 extra, but in Australia, it'll probably be 1,500.
1,500.
Has been.
Yeah, 1,500 and 2,900 is what I think it'll be.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nash, you're right. Red will be a bit more expensive. Yep, as it always has been. Why is that? Because you get triple coat red, same as white.
And they go faster.
They go faster. We all know that.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. The red cars go faster. It's a known fact.
Yep.
Guys, we're just joking. Go on.
Now the SR long range, you get the 19-inch Gemini wheels included. If you want to option up to a 20-inch induction wheels, those are pretty sweet as well, actually.
Yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous, Tom.
Yeah.
I would definitely get it. If I'm getting SR Plus, I'm getting the induction wheels. They're just absolutely gorgeous.
Just doing quick calculations, probably going to be about $3,000, I reckon. $3,000 extra for the induction wheels. But still, the Gemini wheels don't look too bad. But you're right, for an extra $3,000, it is very tempting. for the Gemini. Matches the Chrome Delete. That's for sure. Here's the big question. Do we go black on black or white on black?
I'd say black, I reckon.
Black?
I like
Charles?
the black look, yeah.
I'm in the white category. I'm in the white territory. Yeah. And
plus,
for people
plus it's cheaper.
Yeah, true. It's
No,
included.
but people who are wondering, the white keeps its white color. I have white in my Model X. It's still white. 2018, I bought the car. It really ages beautifully. There's very minimal jeans transfer, the blue transfer from the jeans on the driver's side, because I'm a large guy, so I had to really slide in to get inside. So it all depends on the size of your thighs, guys. the amount of jeans transfer you'll have, but it keeps the white. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't have very young children. Maybe very young children, it may get a little bit dirtier, but otherwise it's a beautiful vegan leather. It wipes off very easily. It's so beautiful. It's so beautifully made. And I'm sure some people have watched the video from who was it? I think it was Kim Java's video, where she poured barbecue sauce and ketchup and all that on her white seats, and then she just wiped off and it went. It is absolutely true. I can vouch for it. not that I spilled any ketchup on it, but I may have inadvertently had a chicken or something.
The risks people take for YouTube, I don't know.
Is it worth it? It sounds like an old cleaning ad from the 90s. Like, you pour some stuff on the carpet and then like, oh, look, it's gone.
Yep. Pro hard head.
Yeah, that's it. This is what I'm thinking of. Now, Des is asking, do you find the white keeps the cabin cooler? Nash, you're the one to answer this. You've got both a black and a white interior car.
No, I've not really noticed the difference, to be honest. I have the black on my S and the white in the X, and because the air conditioning is just phenomenally good, it just cools down the cabin very easily. When you're parked in the summer sun as well, don't forget that we can use the Tesla app to turn on the hatchback much before you get into the car.
Yep.
So I really have never felt the need to have that difference at all. Most of the time, when we know that, like for instance, if you have a long day of shopping at, like, let's say Costco or somewhere, and we're going to bringing a large trailer of things to come and load, much before I get into the car, I've already turned on the hatchback. The car is cooled and perfectly ready for us, and we really don't have to worry about that. I've never noticed it, to be honest. The short answer to that question is I've never noticed it, and the long answer for that is I've never needed to notice that because of this Tesla app.
Yep, good point there. Yep. I think the other EVs can do that too now, but the Tesla is very convenient. It's just on the app. Just press one button, preconditioning, easy.
Yeah, my Leaf, which is a 2012 model, has had that feature since the start, but the problem was that Nissan slowly stopped supporting it. It became less reliable. They became less concerned with keeping it going. So now it's basically a feature that the car had originally, but no more. So at least Tesla's going to keep supporting their app, because you need it to get into the car sometimes.
That's right.
So.
I still get software updates on my 6-year-old S, so yeah, they'll definitely support you, I think.
Yep.
I just want to quickly show Nash's comment here. Chicken kebab spillage, Nash, yeah.
It is actually lamb kebab. I feel a little sheepish.
Apologies.
About that.
Does it have seat cooling? I do not think so. I'll just have a look at the feature details.
No, it's the Plaid Model S and the X which has the seat cooling. It does not have it, I'm afraid. No.
That's right. It's got heating, not cooling. I'll just show you guys. I'm sure all of you have seen this.
I have a question for both of you. If anybody else in the comments are looking forward to that, that'll be nice too. And if people have been following Green the Only, the white hat hacker, he a long time ago posted an indicator on the side which looked like there may be some sort of active suspension or dynamic suspension in an upcoming Model Y.
Oh, okay.
I am really looking forward to that one. We have never seen any confirmation or denial of it in any of the recent updates, but there is an indicator which looks like there is an active suspension, like in the Model S and Model X. That is something I'm looking forward to. If we get that will be a sweet thing.
Yeah, I quite like that active suspension on my S for sure. Yeah, that'd be good actually.
That'd be really nice, but I'm just hoping they don't keep the I'm just hoping they keep the price down to a reasonably close, reasonably in range with the Model 3.
Yep.
No,
Maybe an option, maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's not an
yeah.
option, I believe. Green only seemed to think, maybe he's right in his thought, we don't know. But he seemed to think that it won't be air suspension, which is the more expensive of the one. There'll be some sort of active suspension, which will still be spring, but it'll be adjustable spring mechanism of some description. That's what he seemed to think. It won't be the air suspension as in the Model X and the X.
Yep. Okay. Well, we shall see. Hopefully, next quarter, early next year, if not late this year. That'd be good. All right, guys, we might wrap it up there. Hey, it's past the hour mark. Thanks, Nash, and thank you, Charles, for joining us today. Unscripted too, just very spontaneous, and it's been good having you guys on. Love it.
That's right.
Oh, no worries,
nice,
nice. When I saw
communication.
that the tweet you sent out, I was definitely going to jump in. I'm not sure I was going to get home on time, but yeah, it's all worked out.
Okay, right. No, I appreciate that, Nash, and thank you, Charles, joining us from Tasmania too. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks. It's been fun.
No worries. I'll let you guys go, and I'll wrap up very shortly. So thank you again. I'll see you next time. I'll see you, Nash, very shortly for Phantom Lane 4 too.
Yeah, this Wednesday we have loads to talk
Wednesday.
about. We have the Inspiration 4, the Model Y. We need to get some. We need to get some. Richard chicken as well. So we should do that.
So much to talk about. All right, guys, take care. I'll let you guys go, and I'll say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that is it from me tonight, and thank you again to Nash and Charles for joining us. Totally unscripted. I didn't ask them to come on. They just came on, and it was nice for them to chat about the Model Y. And I hope you guys learned something today as well about what's coming up in Australia. That ROVER approval is the first step towards hopefully Configurator opening in Australia for Model Y orders. I can't imagine it'll take that much longer, particularly if ANCAP safety has potentially been done and maybe imported from Europe, as it's been done previously for other Teslas. So some people are saying maybe in a couple of days, by the end of this week, we'll see the Configurator open. Hopefully that will happen. If so, yeah, definitely another live stream to get that sorted out, to help you guys order your Model Ys, which I'll be doing as well, first day orders. And join us on Thursday. We're going to do another live stream. We're going to do a Model Y versus a Hyundai Ioniq 5. I've done all the comparisons already. It's all ready to go on my slides, so hopefully we'll get that for you. It's pretty close, I've got to say. They're very close, the two of them, in terms of specs. And yeah, hopefully we can maybe get some opinions on either way, whether, which car you'd prefer to buy, the Y or the Ioniq. So just come join us on Thursday night, 9 p.m. I'll be right here, hopefully with a better internet connection. Sorry about the technical issues earlier today, but we got through in the end. And otherwise, let's see if I can. Should I share the video? Yeah, let's do it one more time. Let's get the outro going. This could be done, but we'll take a risk because we're towards the end of the stream anyway now. Oh, here we go. There it is. All right, that worked. Okay, so I'll say goodbye to you guys, and otherwise, take care. If you're in one of the states that we have to stay home, stay safe, I guess, and hopefully we can get out and do some test drives and borrow some Teslas from EV and other rental companies, and hopefully Model Y orders come soon. Alright guys, take care, stay safe, happy charging.